This video is being brought to you by Cutting Edge Gamer. If you upgrade graphics cards often, Cutting Edge Gamer is the perfect option for you. Lease the newest graphics cards on the market, such as Nvidia's RTX 20 series, for a low monthly payment. Click the affiliate link below in the description to find out more. This video is brought to you by Intro Guy and Polar Cranberry Lime Seltzer. It's flavor down your throat. Damn, that's pretty good. Skip it up and that up. So I actually did a video fairly recently regarding how Nintendo wanted to see 20 million units sold of the Nintendo Switch in the current fiscal year, and they were only at about like 5 million. So that seemed like one tall order to sell almost another 15 million Switches in a current fiscal year when they're only at 5 million. But they still expected to do it. Now, the excellent Forbes article I have from Paul Tassi, link below in the description, he did bring up valid points about how Nintendo is still, even though they've been much better with the Nintendo Switch, they're still not embracing third-party developers, probably due to the limitations of the Switch hardware, like their competitors are. They're relying on their first-party titles, and that's why he felt that Nintendo Switch sales have slowed down. But Paul was wrong, and I was wrong. It seems that the Nintendo Switch is doing phenomenally well, and not only are they going to reach that 20 million sales mark by the end of this fiscal year, they may be the best-selling console of 2019. That means beating the PS4 and Xbox One for yearly sales, not lifetime. They're not going to outsell the PS4's lifetime sales, in only a couple years on the market. But anyway, now during Thanksgiving to Cyber Monday, the Nintendo Switch flew off the shelves. This is coming from Nintendo's press release. This is what they had to say about it. The Switch became the fastest selling Nintendo console in US history over that 5-day period. No other console that Nintendo has made that they brought to the States has beat it. That's pretty insane. The Switch had its best-selling week in the United States since launching in March of 2017, which is also very impressive. Now, just so you know, these other sales figures are just States sales figures. They're not worldwide numbers. So if, like Rich, only 8.2 million units sold, that's kind of low. That seems inaccurate. That's because they're just talking about the United States, all right? Lifetime sales of Nintendo Switch have reached more than 8.2 million units. The total install base for the Nintendo 3DS family of systems has hit 22 million. Again, that's just in the States alone. The SNES Classic Edition system surpassed lifetime sales of 2.5 million, and the NES Classic Edition system surpassed lifetime sales of 2 million. So things are looking really, really good for the Nintendo Switch right now. But in 2019, things may be looking even better. Now, this prediction comes from Strategy Analytics, and they're saying that they see the Nintendo Switch due to a good marketing campaign with games like New Super Mario Bros. U, Deluxe coming to Switch, and Animal Crossing. And let's not forget, I don't know why the article doesn't have that, even though it's releasing this year. Maybe that's why they're not bringing it up. New Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, that they think that the Switch in 2019 will sell 17.3 million units. It'll actually outsell the PlayStation 4, which they predict will sell about 17.1 million units in the year 2019. Now, in 2018, there was 46.1 million gaming devices sold, which is the strongest the industry has been since 2010. So I know I've been one of the guys that said it, where I see consoles eventually declining due to different technologies, but it ain't happening yet. I know there's been many other people that have predicted it too for years upon years, but so I guess people are not ready yet for things like cloud gaming or, streaming games to their phone. So it's, if you're a console lover and you like actual hardware connected to your TV like I do, I still do love it. This is a good sign. The console industry is really strong right now. This is what David Watkins, the director for Strategy Analytics, had to say about the games industry. Contrary to some expectations, the global TV games console market remains healthy. Many pundits have written it off over the years, including me, for reasons ranging from the emergence of cloud gaming to the dominance of mobile devices and the arrival of VR, but it refuses to die. I will say, at least I didn't say that VR was going to kill off conventional gaming. I knew it wasn't. In fact, there is an argument that the enduring appeal of the TV games console, now in its 6th decade, continues to demonstrate the weaknesses and limitations of alternative games platforms. Which, yeah, I agree with him on that. I was sounding the alarm bell back when the 8th generation started, that the 8th generation may be the last console generation, but I was wrong. I still eventually feel that in the somewhat near future, not near like a couple years, maybe 10 years from now, that we'll go over to just streaming games to a little device that we hook up to our TV or stream them to our smartphone, but I guess we're not ready for it yet, and the sales numbers show that. Now, there's some other interesting points that come from this report that comicbook.com pointed out. If you want to check out the full article, I'll also have that below in the description. They say Sony is still the market leader in terms of consoles in use. It accounts for nearly half of all video game consoles in use, and 84% of these are now PS4 or PS4 Pro devices. Secondly, video game console ownership has been rising again in recent years. 45% of North American homes and 20% of Western European homes now own at least one console. The global retail value of the games console business is predicted to reach $15.4 billion in 2018, an increase of 7.6%. 2019 revenues are expected to decline by 10% as shipment volumes and prices fall. That's because that will definitely be the twilight of the 8th generation, and people are going to hold back till next-gen systems. But the last bullet point says, by 2023, revenues will return to 2018 levels, driven by the launch of next-generation systems such as the PS5 and Xbox and Switch updates. So yeah, the Switch is selling well. It had an amazing Black Friday, and Strategy Analytics is predicting it's going to have a hell of a 2019. It's going to actually outsell the PlayStation 4 in 2019. Again, these are predictions, though. They could be wrong, and the Switch may not meet these sales expectations, but nonetheless, it's still an awesome system that people want to buy. And I'm glad to see it because I really enjoy the Switch. So what'll be really interesting to see is if Nintendo releases like end of the year sales numbers, like because Smash is coming out in a few days, a little over a week now, I believe. It's December 7th, 2018. And I know a lot of that's a console seller, that game. And I guarantee you a lot of people this Christmas are going to want a Nintendo Switch just to play Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. So it'll be interesting to see if there's a whole bunch of more Switches that fly off the shelves just due to that game. So Nintendo's in a good place right now, man. This is the best place Nintendo's been since the Wii. And I think the sales figures for the Switch, it's actually outpacing the sales of the Wii. So this is a great thing to see. I mean, again, I always talk about how much I love the Switch, and I do, and I want to see it perform well. Not only because I want to see Nintendo do well, it means that we'll see more third-party support for the Switch and get more awesome games. Like, I finally got a chance today to try Warframe for the Switch. And, you know, obviously it's not the 60 FPS experience you get on PC or consoles, but it's still really playable and really impressive that a game like that is on a little tablet with controllers attached to it. It blows me away, and it was fun to play, and I want to play it more after I'm done recording today. And secondly, too, you know I was one of the early ones sounding the alarm about how conventional consoles may cease to exist, but I'm glad I was wrong. And I'm glad to see the conventional console industry is actually growing again exponentially, because I know, look, just because I predict something doesn't mean I want to see it happen, okay? I like having native hardware in my home. I don't like the concept of having this little dummy terminal that you're just streaming data from the cloud somewhere, and that's how you're playing games, you know? Because if you don't have an internet connection, what happens if you lose your internet connection during a storm or whatever the case may be? I like having the hardware actually connected to my TV that's doing the graphics processing and has the CPU in there. You know, I'm not all on board with cloud streaming, and I think a lot of people misconstrue me making that prediction that I want to see it happen. I'm glad I was wrong, and I hope that the console industry, the conventional console industry, we have another 2 or 3 generations. I don't see that happening still. I honestly don't. I still think cloud gaming is eventually going to take over. But I will be glad to be wrong and have conventional consoles where all the hardware is right in our homes be here for another 20 years, 20 plus years. Don't see that happening, but I will be more than okay with that. So I wanted to make that statement because I don't want people to take me making a prediction as I want to see it. I just kind of look at what's going on and I tell it as it is. But what I told was wrong, and I'm happy. So enjoy your Switch. The console seems to have a bright future. And it'll be interesting to see what Nintendo does maybe with the Switch Pro when the next-gen consoles come out, like the PS5 and next Xbox. We'll see how they compete with them. I'm very curious to see what they do. This is Rich of Review Tech USA signing out. Have a good one. Now it's time for seltzer.
Damn it, I got piss again.
Intro guy didn't realize that was part of my skit at the end, and now everyone already has to piss. Hey, congratulations! If you made it to the end of the video, you should subscribe to Review Tech USA so you can hear me blabber on some more. Also, too, starting this month, I will be live streaming solely on Twitch. I'll have a link to my Twitch channel below in the description. And last but not least, make sure you click that like button. It helps out the show big time. See you guys in the next video.